and welcome to Fontana's Open for Business. I'm your host, Mayor Acquanetta Warren. In this show, we visit all our local businesses to showcase their products and services. Joining me today is Norm Siddiqui, President and owner of Crown Technical Systems. He thought I was going to mess it up. Norm, why don't you tell us a little bit about your position and how long you've been in this particular industry?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
So Crown Technical Systems has been in business since 1996. Started as a 3 or 4 people operation, and today we have about 280 to 300 people.
Wait, did you say you went from 3 to 283?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and in a span of about 20 years, of course.
That's great.
We're at the southwestern edge of Fontana, and we are in the business of producing power or supporting power distribution for the utilities. So one simple way to explain what we do is when you plug your toaster oven or you turn the lights on in your home, we're the company that assures that power flows smoothly to the residents. So we work with large utilities such as Southern California Edison, LA DWP, San Diego Gas Electric, and a whole host of other utilities. And so our 3 main products are protective relay panels that form the brains of a substation. And
now, when you say substation,
right,
is that related to, like, good examples, Edison?
Edison has many substations. Substations are used to distribute power throughout Southern California.
Okay.
So Edison literally has thousands of substations. And we provide the protective relay panels or the control buildings that house the relay panels. And of course, we have a third product, which is a very important product as well. And you can think of your AC panel board at home.
Okay.
So one AC panel board is typically for one home. So the units we manufacture, these are called switchgear, they provide power to about 1,500 homes at one shot. So these are big units, and of course, to produce these things, we have a whole slew of engineers, mechanical, electrical, welders, technicians, electricians, all these different disciplines that we need to produce these things.
So wait a minute, Norm, not to interrupt you, but it sounds like you would pass by your place and you would see this, and you'd probably be thinking about computer systems, something like that, but you're doing what makes all of us make our world go round, and you're doing it right here in Fontana.
Correct.
And you're also offering all these different positions. People
Absolutely.
just automatically assume when they see these large buildings, warehouses, as everybody wants to call them, but you're manufacturing.
We are manufacturing, and we're actually, in some cases, fairly high-tech in certain aspects of the engineering, and very traditional trade-oriented in other aspects of the manufacturing. So engineering, manufacturing come together. Everything we make is custom. And so it takes a lot of effort to put it together. But in the end, we are a very well-known company in our line of work.
I think I've seen CTI. Is that?
CTS.
TTS. Okay, right. You're correcting me. Good. You know, it sounds like it's a great place to be, and that one can be very creative. And you've been very helpful. We're trying to get our young people to start opening up their arena to see all these different options. What advice do you give to young people as they try to look at a company like yours?
So I think one thing for sure, a company like ours has many different skill sets that we use. So certainly, if you are looking to enhance your career, if you're looking to, at some point in your life, start a business, it's a perfect place to go because you will see so many different aspects of things that makes a business successful. You can soak it all up, eventually start your own business. Wow. Or you can take a technical part, whether it's welding or programming or what have you, and just build on that skill set. So you have so many options in our company.
So you don't have limits. You just allow people to be creative.
People set their own limits.
That is great.
People set their own limits. There's really limitless to how good you can become.
Now, we got to get into this because you got a great business model here, but what made you want to come to Fontana?
So Fontana is, by the way, not the first city where we started. We started actually in 1996 in Ontario. After 4 more cities, I ended up in the town where I used to live in Fontana.
Really? So you were living here, you were making your business over in Ontario and other places.
Yes.
And then you ended up saying, I need to.
Eventually, the
did you want to
cycle
walk to
brought me
work?
back. I could have if I was here when we started. So, I mean, when we finally found this place where we are currently in 2010, we approached the city and we had a really hospitable, very well received by the city. And over the years, the city has been fantastic. There's so many places we've been helped.
Oh, great.
And so it is one of the really the only city, to be very honest, that has been so helpful to us.
Well, we're open for business. You heard about that, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
And we do it all the time.
But I tell you, you really do what you're saying. There's so many things. In 2014, we had a large expansion within the facility.
I remember.
We worked with all the permitting process. It was very helpful. Allowed us to add 20, 30 more technical staff because we didn't have the room to put them in.
Okay.
That really helped us grow.
And so I'm gathering with these type of skill sets, the funding and the money that a person can make is really good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have so many people who make 6-figure salaries. Yes,
I'm coming
absolutely.
over there, okay? I want my application reviewed by you. See, that's what people don't realize.
These are serious technical jobs, and of course, it's the gamut, right? It's not one type. It's the gamut of things you can do. So whatever skill set you have, bring it over. We will enhance it through training because we have a whole training department.
This is amazing. We are always talking about local talent, and I know they're here. They're driving to LA and Orange County when they could be working right down the street from their homes.
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to make sure we get that word out and that our young people and others are able to come to your facility and get those great jobs.
And we encourage them, absolutely.
When you get in there, is there an entry level you can start at and then you can work your way up, and do you provide tuition reimbursement?
We provide tuition reimbursement for certain college or what have you. We certainly provide the training. That's one of the first things we do. We really don't need a whole lot of past experience because the things we do are unique, so you got to learn it anyways.
So it's like on-job training.
Absolutely on-the-job.
And you're patient with people to get to where they need to get to.
Typically, we provide 1 to 2 weeks of training before we put people to work actually on a job.
This is incredible.
So, minimum 1 week, typically 2 weeks.
We're going to get this word out because we have so many people seeking great jobs. And you're providing the training. If they want to go further their career in college, you're helping with that.
Absolutely.
We got to put God's sin on the top of the building, okay?
Now, obviously, there's a self-interest here. Obviously, we want good people coming to the company. Good people is what makes the company.
Right.
Not individual. It's the group effort that makes the company.
And I love that group effort idea. Well, I already know you're a team player, but tell me, what are your ultimate goals for your company? Don't tell me you're trying to move. You're going to grow up if you have to, right?
No, I am not leaving Southern California. I love the state. All my children live here. I'm not going anywhere.
Good.
So there's a lot of growth potential still here. There's all kinds of things we think about for the future growth of the company is staying within Fontana. Good. We're not moving from Fontana, at least I am not.
Thank you. That's what we want to hear.
Although we have opened a new facility in Dallas, Texas.
Wow.
To service the East Coast and Midwest customers.
Okay, just keep the main thing,
Main thing, engineering, all the design work, all the project management comes right out of here.
This is so great. I'm so glad we talked today because so many times people look at these buildings and it's all forklift. That's not true. There are transformation of lives going on in those buildings.
Our buildings are powering arenas, stadiums.
Wow.
The blue lines, the red lines you see in LA, powered through our building. Our buildings are tucked away in some corner. Most people drive right past it, don't see it, but that's what's providing power to the rails.
Well, you know what? At this point, I need to know a secret, and I'm not going to tell anybody.
Okay.
Tell me something unique about your company that most people don't know. See, I even whispered it.
Well, I will say probably an important thing, I'm trying to think of on the fly here.
Yeah.
So we are not a flash in the pan sort of company. Utilities will always be around.
Right.
Therefore, unless we really screw it up, we will always be around. During the Great Recession,
Right.
most companies were laying off people in droves.
Yes, they were.
I always say we never saw the recession. We were hiring as fast as we could possibly. That was 2008. 2020, we're still hiring as fast as we can.
That is so great.
So our business is not flashy, as I said. It is steady, will continue to be steady as long as the Edisons of the world are around, we're around.
Great. I know you all do a lot in our community. What type of projects has your company taken on for community services?
We have a number of initiatives we have taken. We work, of course, with the Chamber of Commerce here in Fontana. We work with local colleges. Chafee is a big one that we interact with a lot.
Great.
And it's both ways. We use their services, they use our services. And there are other things like local charities, things like that we work with. We have a good social presentation. We're there on the social
And whenever
networks.
I call on you all, you're there to help. So I appreciate that.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that.
This is everything we need is in this big box.
You can say that. You can say that, yes. From the outside, it's a big box.
But in the inside,
there's a
big
lot
heart.
of stuff happening.
A big heart.
Yes.
Norm, I want to thank you for coming out today and sharing your great company ethic with us.
Absolutely,
And
ma'am.
those of you out there that are listening, he just opened up the door. If you want to be creative and you want to expand your horizon, sounds like you need to be working at Crown. And he's open to talking to you. So we're going to try our best to send you people that want a job and want to grow.
We welcome it.
Well, thank you again for coming. And those of you watching again, I'm your mayor, Acquanetta Warren, and I will continue to say Fontana is open for business.